If you're a cancer survivor, or you want to avoid getting cancer in the future, you won't want to skip this video. You may already know this, but our bodies have a built-in system that repairs our cells. And this is critical for preventing cancer, or keeping it from coming back. This amazing process is called autophagy, and it's your body's way of removing cells that are damaged and potentially dangerous before they can turn into cancer. Now, although autophagy is always going on to some degree in your body, there are ways to enhance it so you can have an even better chance of fighting cancer. If you're familiar with autophagy, you've likely heard that fasting is one of the best ways to activate it, and it is. But fasting isn't the only way. So today, I'm going over 5 strategies, aside from fasting, to give your body a push to start doing its thing and get rid of cancer cells. The 5th strategy is a bit controversial, so we'll save that to the end. Okay? Strategy number 1 is to eat foods that will trick your cells into starting autophagy. Certain foods can mimic the effects of fasting because they activate the same longevity and repair pathways. This basically just means that they trick your body into thinking it's in a low-energy state, similar to when you're fasting, which is also known as healing mode. So here's what to eat. Number 1. Turmeric, or curcumin, is known for lowering inflammation, right? But it's also been shown in multiple studies to trigger autophagy, so this is a double win for cancer prevention. I have a turmeric latte almost every day, and I walk you through how to make it in another video. So I'll link that below for you if you want the recipe. Number 2 is green tea. Thanks to something called EGCG, which is one of the most well-studied polyphenols on the planet, green tea both activates autophagy and protects your cells from oxidative stress. It's cheap, easy to make, and incredibly effective. Number 3. Blueberries, grapes, and dark chocolate. What do these 3 delicious foods have in common? They're all rich in something called resveratrol, a compound known for boosting longevity, but it also turns on autophagy genes. Blueberries also happen to be a top anti-cancer food, so try to grab a handful of them every day. Category number 4 is aged cheese, mushrooms, and legumes. These all contain spermidine, weird name, but powerful effects. Studies have shown that it can kickstart autophagy, reduce inflammation, and even improve cardiovascular disease. So maybe try to add some aged cheddar to your sandwich, sautéed mushrooms for dinner, or make some lentil soup this weekend. And better yet, try to add all of these foods we've just gone over to your week. Green tea in the morning, blueberries with lunch, a turmeric latte for dessert. These small daily choices will add up to big changes for your cells, okay? Strategy number 2 to trigger autophagy is time-restricted eating. Despite what you may have heard, you don't have to do a 24-hour fast or longer to activate autophagy. Yes, doing longer fasts will allow you to enter a more intense form of autophagy, but even going 12 to 14 hours without eating can still be beneficial. So if you wrap up eating dinner by 7 p.m. and then don't eat again until 9 a.m. the next morning, that's a 14-hour fast right there. Only 4 hours after you stop eating, your glucose levels start to drop. And if you can go for a walk after a meal, that'll happen even faster. And if you find it too tough to go 12 to 14 hours without eating, another thing you can try is to reduce your overall calorie intake. This can still activate autophagy at low levels, especially in your liver and thymus gland, 2 very important organs for keeping your immune system strong and keeping cancer away. A popular way to do a calorie-restricted diet is called the 5-2-2 method. You eat normally for 5 days of the week, and for the other 2 non-consecutive days, you only eat around 500 to 600 calories. Or another option is to go low-carb, but pretty low-carb like keto. A keto diet puts you in a state of ketosis, and according to studies, when your body starts to produce ketones, it also increases autophagy. Now I want to say something here. I don't want you to think that you have to follow any extreme diet just to beat or prevent cancer. I like to present you with different options based on the latest science. But honestly, if you can simply focus on eating more whole foods and less sugary processed foods, that alone will significantly reduce your cancer risk. And so, the next 3 strategies I have for you for triggering autophagy have nothing to do with diet. Number 3 is exercise. But exercise to the point that you're actually pushing yourself a little. Exercise is your most powerful tool if you want to activate autophagy without fasting. Plus, the benefits of exercise go way beyond that. You'll feel stronger, think clearer, sleep better, the list is endless, right? Exercising activates autophagy in not only your muscle cells, but also in your liver cells, pancreas cells, and brain cells. That's amazing. However, not all workouts are effective. You want to do something that puts a bit of stress on your body, but in a good way. When you push yourself out of your comfort zone, whether it's lifting weights, sprinting, or climbing stairs, you're creating a small temporary energy crisis within your cells. And your body responds to that stress basically by activating autophagy to clean up any damaged cell parts so that you can become stronger. So when you go to the gym and you see people on their phones doing very low-intensity cardio, it's still way better than sitting on the couch, but it's not doing their cells any good. So here are 3 of the best types of exercise to activate autophagy. Number 1. High-intensity interval training. It's short bursts of intense exercise, followed by a brief recovery, for example. Sprint for 30 seconds, then rest or walk for 30 seconds, and then repeat. This forces your body to use up stored glycogen in your muscles and shift into a fat-burning mode. And if you've been told you have high blood sugar levels or diabetes or prediabetes, HIIT workouts can also help to improve your insulin sensitivity. Exercise number 2 is resistance or strength training. When you lift weights or even do body weight exercises like push-ups or squats, you're putting your muscles under controlled stress. This stress causes tiny little tears in your muscle fibers, which may sound bad, but it's actually a good thing. Your body responds by repairing the tissues to strengthen your muscles, and in this process, it activates autophagy. So strength training a few times a week doesn't just build muscle, it also helps to activate autophagy and lower chronic inflammation. We know cancer cells love an inflammatory environment, so this is a big win for your health. And no, you don't have to become a bodybuilder, just grab some dumbbells while you're watching TV, or do some squats while you're brushing your teeth. I mean, ideally, you want to aim for 20 to 30 minutes at least 3 times a week, but even if you can do 10 minutes here and there, it all adds up, and it all helps. And exercise number 3 is called Zone 2 cardio, or steady-state training. It's lower-intensity cardio, like going for a brisk walk or jogging at a pace where you can still kind of talk, but you can really feel your heart working. This is great for supporting the mitochondria in your cells, lowering inflammation, and burning fat. Now, if you can do Zone 2 cardio first thing in the morning before breakfast, it'll boost autophagy even more. Exercising in a fasted state is amazing. It's when your insulin is the lowest and your fat metabolism is the highest, which is ideal. Now, with all that being said, working out too often or too intensely can actually do the opposite of what we want. It can actually increase inflammation and suppress autophagy. But you can avoid this just by giving yourself enough time to recover. Getting enough sleep, staying hydrated, and allowing yourself to have rest days are a big part of the autophagy process. So this leads us to strategy number 4. Deep, restful sleep equals cellular repair. Sleep is when autophagy does its best. Your brain and body go into full-on repair mode when you sleep. It's like an overnight cleaning crew sweeps through your system. So try to aim for at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep at night. And if you have trouble sleeping, don't be afraid to try some melatonin. Not many people know this, but melatonin is actually a powerful antioxidant. Okay? Strategy number 5, the one that's a bit controversial, is heat therapy. Basically, sweating can also increase autophagy. And this makes sense because when you're exposed to heat, like in a sauna or a hot tub, your body produces something called heat shock proteins. And these proteins are what repair damaged cells and support autophagy. So why is heat therapy controversial? Well, it's not for everyone. People with cardiovascular conditions or low blood pressure need to be careful, since heat puts extra strain on the body. Also, because it's considered an alternative type of treatment, there haven't been any large-scale studies done on it. So, that's why most doctors are hesitant to recommend it, especially not for preventing cancer. But smaller studies are showing some pretty exciting benefits of heat therapy. For example, having saunas regularly has been linked to lower rates of Alzheimer's or dementia. And that makes sense, because autophagy is known to clear out damaged cells that contribute to those diseases. So this just might be your perfect excuse to relax in a sauna or hot tub. Okay, quick recap on how to hack autophagy without extreme fasting. Eat autophagy-boosting foods. Practice time-restricted eating. Do intense but efficient workouts. Use heat therapy, and be sure to get deep, restful sleep at night. Your body always wants to heal itself and stay healthy, and using these strategies can help give it every chance it can. So share this video with someone you care about. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on next week's video. I'll see you then.